Hey friends, it's Taylor and today I'm bringing to you my March wrap-up. So I'll be sharing with you all the books I read this past month in March, what I thought about them, and yeah, just stuff like that. The first book I read is The Forever Watch by David Ramirez. I really enjoyed this book. It's like sci-fi, post-world's ending type book. It had a really surprise ending, and this book has made me want to read more sci-fi, so I highly recommend it, and I gave it 4.5 stars out of 5. The book is set in a spaceship after the world has ended, and all of the people on the spaceship are headed towards this new place for them to live for the next, to repopulate the earth, and they're about 300 years into their journey, so halfway, because it takes about 600 years to get there. You follow Hannah, who is a city planner in this book, while her and her friend Leon start to discover that there are weird things going on in the ship, and people are missing, people have been retired early, and things of that. So it's kind of like a political thriller, a science fiction thriller, conspiracy, lots of different things going on in this book, and I really, really enjoyed it. In March, it is International Women's Day, so I read We Should All Be Feminists, and I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that name. This was a great short book. I read it in about half an hour, and it was absolutely amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I think everyone should read this. I don't want to give it away, but it's basically based off of a TED Talk that this girl gave, and it's honestly just amazing, so people should definitely be reading if We Should All Be Feminists. Next up, I read The House by Christina Lauren. Gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. It was good. It was a little bit of a weird concept. Basically, in this concept, you follow 2 main characters who fall in love. There's some insta love in here, so if you're not a fan of that, don't read it. And the house is a character in this book, which was interesting to see, and it causes a lot of mayhem. And it was really, really good. I liked it. It was my first probably ever suspenseful kind of scary book that I read, and it wasn't super scary. But it's not like my favorite thing in the world I've ever read. I would definitely admit that much. But I still think if you're into kind of unique books with interesting themes and you're okay with the idea of insta-love, this book's probably totally for you then. Then I read Gated by Amy Christine Parker. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. It is about this main character, Layla, who lives with her parents in this community, which is basically a end-of-the-world cult. And she has only known this really her entire life, but then she gets in contact with the outside world and people in the outside world, and she starts to question everything she knows and whether or not they're actually in a good place or not. And so it was a really, really interesting book. I'm someone who's super into ideas like cults and just reading books like that. I find them very interesting and kind of unique things to read, and it really makes you think about what if this was me, or at least that's what happens for me. So I do recommend this book. It was really good. It's the first one in the series, and I believe there's just another book, so it's a duology, and I definitely plan on picking up the second book very, very soon. Then I read Midnight Sun by Trish Cook. I did a whole review on this book, which will be coming out in a few weeks after this video. But overall, I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it, but there were some conflictions that I had about this book, which I go into detail in my book review, so I'm not going to go into detail now with it. It's definitely a good book. I picked it up because the trailer to this movie has just been catching my attention, and I wanted to read the book to it, so I did. Third last, I read They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I love this book. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I read it for the Book Explosion Book Club book of March. So really, really, really enjoyed it. I plan on doing a full book review for this book, and honestly I think everyone should read it. Such a unique topic, amazing characters, and the writing was so good. Yeah, it was just, I'm in love with this book, and I can't give enough praise. So you should definitely pick it up if you have not. Basically, it follows 2 boys who get a call because in this society you get called on the 24 hours on the day you're going to die. So they both got a call saying they were going to die, and they use this social media app to meet up with each other, and it's all about them on that day, and it's just amazing. Second last, I read probably what will be one of my favorite books of the year, and that is Children of Blood and Bone. I absolutely loved it. The writing of this book is amazing. It is so descriptive I felt like I was right there, present in the book, feeling all the emotions of the characters, and it was just absolutely amazing. And this cover is gorgeous, even without the dust jacket. It's a beautiful book. It's so well written. Basically, it's based off of a West African storytelling that about bringing back magic to this world that had magic and then it was gone. And it is this adventure, mythical fantasy type book. And I honestly, I think everyone should read it. Same with They Both Die at the End. These are my two favorite books this month. And again, I'll be doing a full review on this book soon, so look out for that. Last book I read in March is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I enjoyed it. Gave it 3 out of 5 stars. This is the first time reading the series of The Mortal Instruments, this second book, and honestly at this point I don't know if I'm going to finish the series. I want to, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my copy of the series here for the summer, because for those that don't know, I'm at university right now, so I'm going to leave it here in this province, and then when I go home I'll just borrow them from the library and read them throughout the summer. But you know, it's good. I think it didn't help that I put it down for a while to read most of these books that I've read this month, so next time I'll definitely just read it all at once, not in one sitting though, but read it at once and try not to read other books at the same time. So those are the 8 books I read in March. I loved them all. They were so amazing, such a wide range of books that I read this month, and I was really excited about that. I'd love to know what books you read this month, so definitely comment down below and tell me what you're planning on reading this April. I'd love to hear. I have quite a few books on my TBR. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do all things bookish, and I like to cook videos bookish related too, so definitely keep an eye out for those ones. There should be a lot of new content coming out soon. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye!